Good afternoon, this is Mr. Veron with the answer to yesterday's problem of the day from Wednesday, April 29th. So it says Christina's schedule for Tuesday afternoon is shown in the chart below. So at 3 o'clock she gets out of school. At 3:30 dance class begins. 4:15 dance class ends. 5 p.m. do homework. 5:45 p.m. eat dinner. Part A, how many minutes does Christina have between when she gets out of school and when her dance class begins? Part B, how many minutes is Christina's dance class? Show or explain how you get your answer. In Part C, it takes Christina's family 1 hour and 15 minutes to eat dinner. At what time will her family finish eating dinner? Show or explain how you get your answer. So, our solutions. So what I've done here on my scrap paper is I've just recopied the chart with the times that she has her different events. So on the first one, we want to know how much time she had between when she got out of school and dance class beginning. So this would be a subtraction problem that we can do here. So we'd be doing 3:30 minus 3 o'clock. And this one is fairly easy to understand. We're just going to subtract 0 minus 0 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0, so I don't need to put it there. So it's 30 minutes. Now I've also used a number line here because sometimes we find doing time intervals easier if you're doing it on a number line, or you could even use a clock face. So what I have here is 3 o'clock is the time that she gets out of school. Now she starts her dance class at 3:30, so from 3 o'clock to 3:30 would be a 30-minute interval. So sometimes it's easier to see this located on a number line. Now, part B said, how many minutes is Christina's dance class? Show or explain how you got your answer. So again, we can use subtraction here, but it gets a little bit different because when we're trading with time, we're going to be trading from hours to minutes. So you can't regroup like you would with normal numbers, which is a base 10 system. So in this case, 1 hour is going to equal 60 minutes. Because if we look here, if I have 15 minutes, I can't take away 30 minutes. So I'm trading. So if you look here, I crossed out the 4. I'm going to trade in 1 hour. So this becomes a 3 for 60 minutes. Now 60 minutes plus the 15 minutes is going to get me my 75 minutes. Now that I have 75 minutes, I can subtract 30 minutes. And it's going to equal 45 minutes, and then evidently 3 minus 3 is 0. So her dance class is 45 minutes long. Here's where a number line can be a little bit easier if you don't understand the trading part. So her dance class begins at 3:30, and what I'm doing is I'm just skip jumping by time intervals that make it easy for me to see how long her dance class was. So I know from 3:30 to 4 o'clock is 30 minutes. And I know from 4 o'clock to 4:15, when the dance class ends, is 15 minutes. So now all I have to do is add these two intervals. So 30 minutes plus 15 minutes equals 45 minutes. So that's another way that we can get that. Now we're going to see, again, how this works on Part C. So Part C wants to know if they take 1 hour and 15 minutes to eat their dinner, and they're starting their dinner at 5:45, what time are they going to finish? Now again, what ends up happening here is when we add, we're going to have to do some trading, and it's not your typical trading again because we're not working in a base 10 system. We are working with time. So when I add 5 and 5, that's 10 minutes, so I'm going to carry the 1, and then 1, 4, and 1 is 6. So that's a total of 60 minutes here. And I add the 5 plus 1 is 6. So it's really 6 hours and 60 minutes. Well, we know that we can trade in that 60 minutes for 1 more hour because 60 minutes equals an hour. So that's going to make this actually be 7 o'clock. So that's where it gets a little bit tricky when you're doing typical addition or subtraction with intervals with time, because you're not trading your normal amounts. You're not trading in groups of 10. In this case, we're trading really in 1 hour equal 60 minutes. Now this is where, again, the number line can actually help here. So with a number line, I can skip count in the intervals that I need. So I know that it takes them 1 hour and 15 minutes to eat dinner. So if they're starting at 5:45, I know it takes 15 minutes to get from 5:45 to 6 o'clock. So that's the 15 minutes of their hour and 15. Now they need to go another hour to finish their dinner. So an hour from 6 o'clock ends up being 7 o'clock. So a lot of kids tend to find that looking at the number line tends to be a little bit easier when we're dealing with time, because we can skip count in intervals that are easy to figure out. So again, hopefully you got the same solution, and stay tuned for today's problem of the day, which will be posted shortly. Thanks, bye.